Protecting your home from wildlife damage is crucial, but where should you focus your efforts? Today we're going to compare the differences between ground level versus roof level exclusion and preventative services. You may require both. So let's make our way up to the roof. What are you experiencing? You're hearing loud scratching, thumping, chewing, tearing and ripping, rustling through your insulation. That's where we're going to utilize the one-way doors. For raccoons, the use of the plexiglass one-way door for exclusion. And for squirrels, the use of the cage metal one-way door for exclusion. Now what this means is our only option is the one-way door. We'll send a technician out to do a full exterior roof inspection. We're going to check all your roof vents, your gutters, your shingles, the roof itself, all the lower soffit for any entry points. Once we find the entry point, we'll seal it off with the galvanized steel mesh and install the proper door accordingly. So you're not experiencing any activity up in the roof, hearing anything, nothing going on in regards to wildlife. However, in your backyard, on the lower end, around your deck, shed, steps, or structure, you notice that there's material being undermined and animals are gaining access underneath this structure. Here we will utilize the use of a one-way door. We'll actually trench around the area in question, install mesh in the shape of an L. The animal comes along the surface of the soil, comes into contact with the mesh. It also tries to dig down, comes into contact with the mesh as well. We'll also install a one-way door over the main entry point, which would allow one or multiple animals to vacate, excluding them from the structure in question. Best case scenario, as a homeowner, you're not experiencing any noise up in the attic in regards to roof or wildlife entry points or damage. There's no burrowing underneath your sheds, decks, or dwellings. No real signs of animal activity other than physically seeing an animal pass through your backyard or property. That's what we'll utilize the live trap and relocation service. We'll set a baited trap on the property. An inspection will be completed to determine where the trap is best to be placed. We'll look for routes of travel, any grubbing in the lawn or foods or water sources on the property. Set the baited trap, physically capture the animal, and relocate the animal off the premises. So just to go over our two service options in regards to animals, when we're talking about active animals that are actually burrowing or digging under a shed or structure, or animals that are ripping or chewing their way up inside your attic, we will utilize the tools of one-way doors for exclusion purposes. The doors will open up and close, excluding the animal from the area in particular. We'll utilize galvanized steel mesh as a preventative measure for long-term seals and prevention, or galvanized steel roof vents covers to protect your roof vents and attic entry. If an animal is just passing through the neighborhood, you see it here and there, or it's grubbing in the lawn, digging and rooting for food sources, or maybe it's knocking over your garbage cans, getting into the compost or waste bins, utilizing a live trap for physical capture and relocation would be the best method in this case. So understanding your problem in its entirety and what service option works best for you is critical. Now, animals can be habitual and they'll stay within a small territory. For the ultimate protection, for the homeowner that doesn't want to experience any activity in regards to animal or intrusion, you may want both. We'll seal off the areas in questions, exclude them from certain voids or structures, and then physically trap and relocate them for the ultimate home protection.